Can the people of Amazon give Guy Ritchie a call and let him direct the James Bond movie? Okay, so I want to talk about the new trailer that dropped for Guy Ritchie's next movie, In the Gray, which, as always, he wrote and directed. And look, personally, I put him right up there with Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino, as far as writer and director. You know, he's the one that does both jobs. Sometimes he co-writes with other people, but he definitely has a voice that is unique to him. And even though Christopher Nolan, I think, gets most of the kind of prestigious bit of attention because of how artsy and grand, yet still accessible his movies are, and Quentin Tarantino is just a bit more visceral and, you know, bloody, to use to lack of a better word, with his movies. But Guy Ritchie has always produced great stuff, maybe a couple of hiccups here and there, but even if you go back to movies like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, Snatch, the previous movies that he just did, the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, Operation Fortune, dude is solid, every way, shape, or form. And with In the Gray, which for whatever reason is coming out now, I thought it was going to come out last year, but here we are. It stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Henry Cavill, and Eiza Gonzalez. And they play like this three-person group of elite covert agents that, as the title says, they don't, and even in the trailer, they don't work in the white or in the black, they work in the gray. So it's not exactly on board, you know, or strictly legal in many cases, I would imagine, the type of work that they do. The premise, it seems, from what the trailer says, is, you know, some dude was loaned $1 billion and he's not planning on paying it back. And the people that loaned him the $1 billion does want him back. And it seems as if the only people that can get that money back are these three guys. Now, it's got all of the hallmarks of a Guy Ritchie movie. It's got like the snappy dialogue. It's got kind of that everyone has the right thing to say and retort. You know, I really like so far the chemistry between Jake Gyllenhaal and Henry Cavill's characters. They're like finishing each other's sentences, building on what the previous one said before, you know, busting each other's chops. So I'm liking how this goes. I like how, you know, this is, I think, Henry Cavill's third movie with Guy Ritchie. And this is Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, second. And also Eiza Gonzalez's second movie working with Guy Ritchie. So I like how he assembles the people that he's worked with, knows what they're capable of, and maybe hopefully can push them in directions that maybe they haven't gone before, but under his tutelage, he can definitely guide them in those directions. It's also got like these big, loud action sequences with real practical explosions, which I'm a sucker for, you know, having watched way too many action movies in the 1980s and 90s. So it's looking like it's something that is gonna be of promise. You know, we'll find out on May 15th, but first trailer definitely got my blood going, and I can't wait for it to come out. What about you guys? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.